you're starting from scratch. How should you start that social media presence, building your brand?
Show up. It starts with showing up. When I first started doing the marketing for the mortgage company I was telling you about earlier, I started researching because, again, I didn't know what marketing was. But I heard that I had to start showing up on social media. And at the beginning, guys, I don't even want to scroll back to the first post that I did because it's really embarrassing what I did. But you know what? I did it anyway. And then once you get past that moment of, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was, and you start realizing this actually took off and this worked, one didn't, let's put that away. You start to get more comfortable with it. You start to learn what works and what doesn't, where you need to spend your effort and your energy and your time, and then your creativity starts to evolve because it is a muscle. It is a muscle, to, whether it's a video or a graphic or a picture, it evolves over time when you allow the room for the comfort. But it starts with just showing up. You have to just show up and allow yourself to be ugly.
Comfort zone.
Allow it to be ugly. I'm saying you can't avoid it. You really can't.
You can't be an expert day one. So
No.
done is better than perfect is what
Done
we
is better
say.
than
It's like
perfect.
just get it out there. If you go back and you should go back and watch
I
Picking
feel
People
like if we
channels.
were to go back and look at your first YouTube video.
Yeah, my first second one, I just got out of a nap. The back of my hair is like all crushed down. I'm in a dry erase board video like this, and you can see the reflection of my kitchen. And I got my phone like leaning up against like a book just to keep my phone up because I didn't know what I was doing. I was hunched in the cream. That video got 250,000 views. What if I had said, I look bad today. My hair's all jacked up.
Yeah.
Oh, my handwriting. You can't even read my handwriting on the board. Go back. It's called Financing Rental Properties the Right Way. Go check it out. It's one of my first videos.
Yeah.
But the point is, if you don't post that, you won't know what's going to happen. Now, if you post a video and nobody sees it, it's not great. Nobody saw it. So don't worry. Keep posting, right?
Yeah.
We got something going on outside.
Have you looked at the very first video that you've done in a long time?
No. Well, we were recording before I meant to do social media presence, so I'm sure it was horrible. But there was the first podcast because Russell Brunson, one of the greatest marketers around, said, "Hey, go start a podcast and do it every single day and do that for a year." And I'm like, well, he's been pretty successful. I should do that. So I started that, and I had the tendency to mumble, but the whole point of it was to find your voice, just like what Erica said. You get to flex that muscle, and then eventually your skills, they get better, and then you grow. But something I would like to highlight on, well, both of you touched on it, and that's as far as being a little nervous on what you're putting out there. And here's something that Gary Vaynerchuk had said, and it's very profound, and it addresses that very specifically. You don't get to be the judge of what's valuable. You don't get to be the judge of what's valuable because there's someone on the other side that maybe you thought that sounded funny, and they thought that was a breakthrough moment for them. Mm-hmm. And then going back even further to that movie, like Catch Me If You Can, they asked, how did he teach, and I forget what class it was, but he taught this class in school or in college, and they're like, how did you do that? He said, all I had to do is be 1 or 2 chapters ahead of the students. So wherever you are in your journey with your business, you're 1 or 2 chapters ahead of someone else, and by sharing your experience, you don't have to pretend to be the next Grant Cardone or Tom Ferry or whatever. You can just be you, and there's someone else who wants to be where you are, and they're not yet. And to them, you're an expert, but to you, you're just you, and you're being yourself.